Hi folks, how are you? Got a couple minutes before we have to head down to my mother-in-law's for dessert. Chris's uncle and aunt that do the coolest thing. They travel around the country in an RV and work on habitat houses. That's how they're spending their retirement. And Aunt Sandy actually is on the board of that. And so, yeah, they're going to be heading up this way. I don't know where their habitat house is. Someplace in North Carolina, I believe. Not sure. But they're going to be at my mother-in-law's tonight. And so they're going to do dinner and we just get dessert. But I heard it's Texas sheet cake and lemon bars. Your choice. So how can you go wrong? But anyhow, I wanted to tell you about my mom's birthday. Today is my mom's birthday. She's 79 years old. And if you've been following our videos, you know she's in memory care. Well, we got a letter from memory care saying that they were going to try and take the memory care patients to Golden Corral, well, the ones that were able, for lunch, and they needed family volunteers. And so I volunteered since it was the day before Mom's birthday. Well, no, let me back up. First they said they were going to take him to see a movie and then Golden Corral for lunch. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't think Mom can do a movie. I mean, she really has the attention span like a 2-year-old. And so I didn't want to seem like I was the bad parent by not letting my child go on a field trip. So I said, okay, well, we'll try it. If push comes to shove, I'll just bring her back to memory care. So I pull up and they said, well, we're not doing the movie. We're only doing Golden Corral. And I thought, oh, okay, this is much more manageable. Even though the last time I ate with my mom was probably just a tad over a year ago. And I had taken her to Cracker Barrel and she threw food. That'll teach him to serve her fried instead of grilled shrimp. So anyhow, they said, well, when I entered into memory care, they said, well, your mom just went back to bed a little while ago. And I said, well, okay, I'll just go get her up. And they said, well, she's been changed. And I was like, okay, fine. So I go back there and she's laying in bed. And her eyes are closed, and so I said, Mom, you need to wake up. And she didn't move. It's like, Mom, come on, we're going to go to Golden Corral. You need to wake up. And she opened her eyes. But she had this really wild stare in her eyes. And her hands were just kind of like this up by her. And I swear she looked like she was dying. Now, I'm not used to memory care patients. You know, this is the first memory care parent I've ever had. So I said, Mom, you ready to go? Come on, we need to get up. And I swear she sat there, didn't blink her eyes. They were just wide like this with her hands like this. I was like, Mom, get up. No movement, staring blankly, hands like this. And I thought, the Lord has brought me here just in time to spend the final moments with my mother because her chest was moving, so I knew she was breathing. And so I'm kind of getting a little teary-eyed, and I go over and I grab her hand, and the only thing I could do was to think of singing the hymn that they sang at the end of my father's funeral. So I'm rubbing her hand, I'm going, surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days. Still, straight ahead, not moving, hands like this. So I get to the second verse, and suddenly she sits up and says, oh, okay, I'll go. And I'm thinking, obviously she didn't like my singing. I can literally raise the dead with the singing. So, the whole thing was she needed a diaper change, and she was kind of embarrassed about that. So we got that all taken care of, and we went to Golden Corral, and we had the best time. I just was really blessed by all the people at memory care, and some of them, there was one girl that was there. She was not in memory care. She's in the assisted living side, and she's younger, and she has muscular dystrophy, and so she sat at our table, and we were able to visit with her a little bit. And Mom ate and ate and ate. She had Salisbury steak and gravy, and she had a chicken leg, and she had steak fries, and she had scalloped potatoes, and a piece of pizza, and a Dr. Pepper, and a sweet tea, and 2 pieces of angel food cake with strawberries, and 10 regular strawberries, and a bowl of mixed melons. And she had a bowl of ice cream, and she had 1 cupcake, no, 3 pieces of fudge, and 1 cupcake. And then when we were leaving, she got another cupcake to eat on the way home. We were about 20 minutes from memory care. And you never say, do you remember, to a memory care patient. I know that much. Might not know when they're not dying, but I know that much. So she would say, I remember doing this. And she has aphasia, it's very apparent. And so unless you knew what her past was, you probably could not figure out what she was saying in the present. But I knew what she was talking about. She would go to these restaurants and with some of her bridge groups, and they would eat, and then they would play bridge in these back rooms of these restaurants. And so she remembered that part. And we passed to school, and she said, I taught there. So she remembered that she taught school. And then the person we were sitting across from said that she liked to read books. And Mom said, I did that. And what she was trying to tell her is that she had written books. And my mom has. She wrote 3 books. You can find them on Amazon. Barbara Wilson, His Grace is Sufficient, Prodigal Daughter, and He is My Strength. The last one kind of shows her progression beginning into dementia. So it's not as good as the first one. But yeah, so she remembered that part. And then I said, now she doesn't remember my dad, but I said, now you know, Mike Rogers said to tell you hello. And Mike Rogers was her crush from high school. And she said, I know who that is. So it was a hoot. I really had a blessing yesterday. And I had prayed all night long. I had prayed on the way there. And I smiled all the way home thinking of how God had answered that prayer. 1, that she wasn't dead yet. And 2, that we just had a great time. It was probably the greatest time that I had with my mom since this horrible journey started with us. So anyhow, I just thought I'd share my memory care story with you. Yeah, don't invite me if you're trying to take a good nap. And obviously, I'm probably not going to sing on camera anymore. So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have someone in memory care, share your experience with me. It's great to be in this together. And Chris and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.